Alright, well, finally getting around to making this video. I finally sold my Toyota Tacoma. It's a 2004 Toyota Tacoma. I really did not want to sell it. But when it came to pull in the camper trailer, while it could pull the trailer, it did a pretty good job at pulling it. I needed something a little bit more power, so regretfully I had to get rid of the Toyota Tacoma. Now the cool thing was, if you know anything about Toyota Tacomas, everybody wants them, and that truck was very well taken care of. So you can take Toyota Tacomas and whatever Blue Book is, add 10 to 30% on top of it, and you're going to get it. So sold the truck overall for a pretty good price, and so that left a pretty good budget for getting a used truck. And I was looking at Ford F-150s, and I had been scouring Auto Trader, different dealerships, looking for a good used F-150. Now I didn't really want the EcoBoost. I hear some good things about them. You know, the turbocharged six cylinders, you know, it puts out some pretty decent horsepower, but I really wanted the V8, the Coyote engine. And so I found one at a dealership. I actually ended up looking at two, and the one that was at a dealership just down the street was in phenomenal. When I looked at the oh gosh, what do you call it, the Carfax, and look at the history on it, the truck ended up being a fleet truck taken care of or managed out of Texas, and had all the maintenance records on it and everything. And I looked the truck over pretty well. It had, you know, some little things here and there, so a little bit of hail damage, the grill was damaged, things like that, but overall the maintenance on it was perfect. The truck overall was pretty good, and you know, it's an XT XL. So yeah, so it's an XL, so pretty much it's stripped down. You know, it didn't have all the everything on it, so, but you know, I got a good price on it. It was well below what I budgeted. So with all the extra money that I saved, I was able to do all the other things that I wanted to do to the truck. So let me walk you through some of those things. You know, so one of the first things was to get rid of the jump seat. So let me, you know, I obviously did all this work already, and I believe me, I would have liked to have put out an instructional video and do it, but I just needed to get the job done. So I figured I'd show you all everything after the fact. So there's the jump seat sitting on my garage floor, along with all the other stuff I got to do. So I pulled the jump seat out, and I ordered a center console off of eBay for, it was a platinum package, F150 or FX4, but a good, really good price on eBay. So pulled the jump seat out and put a center console in. I also had to put a grill on it. Got that on eBay for $100. So that looks kind of cool. Let me go back over here. So there's the F-150. Now I just put these 4-inch oval Nerfs on to kind of help step into it. You know, even it's not four-wheel drive or anything like that, but you know, it kind of helps to get into the truck. Kind of helps with the looks too. But let's look at the center console job here. So this is a center console. Obviously you can see, you know, the jump seat would have went here, so I pulled that out. Now on what's interesting, when you do the center console change, there's several different ways you can go about it. So, you know, you can get the standalone center console that does not connect up to the dash. Well, I kind of wanted one that kind of had a clean look all the way through. So if you look at these molding pieces, you know, this is the platinum, the Ford Platinum color, and this is what was originally in here, was this black. So I pulled, you know, so pretty much this is all new. Put a new Pioneer 7-inch screen, touch screen. I'll show you some of the old stuff here, but this here was black, and the original pieces were black, is just like this here. So when I ordered all this stuff on eBay, this here was listed as a price, as a part for an F-150, and this side was listed as a part for a Raptor, and this here was listed as a part for I think an FX4. And it just happened to be that when I got it in here, I thought I was gonna paint all these black to match this, but when I got it in here and saw that the platinum of all these here just kind of flowed in here really nice and looked good. So the only thing I got to do is get a fill-in piece for here, some trim to fix that. You can't just buy this here because this section here is actually part of the dash for a truck that's equipped to do this here. So the original pieces here, you have to be careful if you do this type of console setup. These pieces here, the original pieces, right at this point, they curve back and they go right along here. So if you order these pieces to go into one of these consoles, which is what you want, you have to pay attention to this just to make sure that they come straight down rather than curving back. So that way it connected all up in there really nice. So overall, that came out looking really, really nice, especially the touchscreen stereo. I bypassed the entire sync system, so the sync system's not hooked up. One thing I learned about these F150s, if you do the stereo install, they do not provide an ignition wire for the stereo in the harness. So, again, I wish I would have showed some of that install, but I ended up finding there's a harness over in the left corner over there that is for the oh gosh, what's that stupid thing called? The parking assist, you know, for all the camera systems and things like that. So there's an actual open harness there that has an ignition wire. So I just kind of cut that out of the harness, spliced into it, and extended over here. So that way I have an ignition wire for the stereo. So pretty much bypassed all the sync system, and so yeah, it works really, really cool. So that's my center console install. Now I will say that for the bolts, and I can't get down in there and show you, but currently only the back two are bolted up right now. The front two, I had to cut an additional slot into the plastic so that I can get the bolts in there now. So they're currently not bolted in because I need to make a spacer so that the bolt will go all the way through, because you need a little bit longer bolt for the front too. But overall, it's pretty secure with just the two in there right now. Not too worried about it. Now the center shift console, this right here, obviously, this is a column shift instead of stick shift. So I've already got a set of LED lights for the front and for the rear for when I have to work on the or connect or disconnect the trailer at night. So I've got I'm gonna put some plexiglass in here and make some cutouts for my switches and the voltage gauge and such for all my LED lightings that I'm going to add to the truck here. So that's what I'm going to do with this here. Overall, it looks pretty good once I get this in here. And of course I'm going to leave it open so that way I can access a lot of the electronics and controls that I'm going to run underneath in here, because I also have my wireless receiver for the wireless camera for a second camera input to the stereo, because that was another thing I installed. I installed a reverse camera on the truck so that I can have a backup camera on that screen there. So I'll have two inputs on that. So it's a hardwire reverse camera on the truck, and then a wireless receiver that's already plugged in for whenever I hook up the trailer and I need to see the camera off the back of the trailer. So there's a center console install. Did the Nerf bars, and then of course I did the retractable gator, which is really, really nice. Like this cover here. So anyways, that's it. 2013 F150. Got it really, really, for me it was an excellent price. Very, very low mileage, fleet vehicle, well maintained, and so I'm looking forward to taking this truck out on some trips.